off to the races. Evil Geniuses and Strife getting things going here on Nuke. This round underway. Heavy util investment for Strife. 2 players with the set. This would tend to usually indicate an A play based on the nades we're seeing. It's not a hundo P, but it's looking like a lean. There's the top hut molly. There's Hex chiming in for 1, 2, make it 3. Okay, Hex, if you're wondering if you could have slowed down from overpass, apparently the answer is no.
Yeah, quite decisively no. They could slip into the vents here and try to get a bomb plant, and they will. No one's on B, so if Infinite keeps going there, should be able to get a plant for himself. The thing is, he's slowed up here. Yeah, he thought someone was going to come on his flank, so now, well, they're going to be waiting for him to come on through here, and he's dead.
We're going to do what on his flank?
Nice little headshot. Huh?
Huh?
What?
What?
So they're going to wait for him to come on through
bombs
here.
Down? No. What? It's dropped to the dirt as the pistol round goes the way of the evil geniuses. And
what?
The EG moving up strong here early, John. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I don't know what you heard, Mike.
But let's see. With nothing to show for it, literally no investment, just 5 Glocks here on Nuke. How does Strife try and get involved in this round?
Oh, Junior's going to get that shot onto Snakes here. It should be a pretty straightforward eco here for EG as they walk in towards lobby. Rush takes care of Joel's, and Infinite will be the last one standing. So, as mentioned, very straightforward. Infinite completely destroyed by Walco's M4A1S, and 2-0 in favor of the evil geniuses. But now Strife's going to get a buy-up going. Didn't really buy up last round, of course, because they didn't have that bomb plant, but now they'll be able to get 3 Galils, a couple of AKs, and the full util, which is the important part.
MP9's going to get a little cheeky, though, you'd imagine. Bonus round, basically on the docket for EG. Up against Galils. I mean, we saw this actually work out for them on overpass. Right, they converted the bonus. I'll look to do much the same here. Boost up for Rush. It's one way to make an SMG work. I love the fact that Hex does stickers. Makes me happy, John. Brings me joy.
Yeah.
What a lad. What a guy. What a mensch. Receiving a utility investment from on high. Jeorge just actually airdrop nades to him from heaven. Kind of neat, small detail. Players making their way into garage, and because Junior's here in secret, he says, no one's down this way. Which means you can see from the posturing of Walco, he's very wary that this is going to be the garage play, and he's got the confirmation of what he was looking for. They've got a player in mini as well. They've got these 2 players outside hemmed in. Now, there's still a chance for this to turn into danger, but that's exactly what they were looking for. Looking to contain that danger and isolate it. Now, pressure on towards the site. That's not even a kill onto Hex. This is ridiculous. Now, they just can't get the killing blows. 4 players surviving through the bonus round. That is a coup for EG.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure why Strife decided to pick into Nuke here, but they did, especially considering how things went the last time. Maybe they were hoping, well, they blew us out last time. Maybe this time we'll have watched the demo and we can do a little better. Well, so far, not good. 3-0 in favor of EG. And Strife, they're going to bring a couple of Tech 9s, 3 Deagles, and about 5 pieces of util into this round as they wait for the next to get another proper buy-up. Money is starting to flow for EG. Infinite peering around. Oh, could catch someone off here potentially. There you go. Infinite connects on the shot. Gets Junior. 5v4, but they don't get the weapon upgrade. And Hex, ooh, you might not want to go out too far, Hex. You have no support there from Junior anymore. And now Walco's eating some damage, and he goes down to Infinite. His Deagle is singing.
It is indeed. They're giving him extended fights, and a 3rd player drops. What is happening in this round for EG? As clean as the bonus round was, this one is pure mess. The bombs made its way down towards lower. Hex, the only player who can really do anything about this. He'll catch the first. This just even gives him the possibility of thinking about a fight for it. Sounds insane, but there's a world where they save in this position. Hex wants to get some of the guns out. Is he going to expect Joel's? Oh, he doesn't, but he's still so quick on the trigger. This guy's lightning on the flicks. Still, with his bell having been rung, with Jeorge not close at hand, he knows he's going to have to withdraw, and he will back away. For Strife, this is a heck of a way to get on the board. It was looking tough after they lose the bonus round, but Infinite making something happen here. Now retrieving some guns to bolster the buy going forward. Never mind. Goodbye gun. Okay. SMG will live. Oh, retrieved. Okay, that's the one they wanted to get through.
What a coup for Strife to pick up that round. They get there first. The op gets picked up off the ground as well. And EG have to walk away, settling for whatever they could get, which is only one rifle. Oh boy, that is a tough round for EG to lose. It looked so good in round number 3. I was singing their praises, and then Strife's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to pull this one off and on an eco run. 4 AKs and the AWP coming through for Strife. Jeorge spamming through the wall there with his M4. The only one to take damage is himself, though, down to 71 HP.
Looks like there's no one in towards secret. There's a path. Path towards lower if they want to set up the smokes. Junior gone looking through squeak. It's a lot of vision. A lot of vision. Joel's on the other side of this. Does he test it? Yeah, contact elsewhere. They've taken this space. Hex finds the kill. Oh, that's a snappy response from Joel's. Needed to get it. Spam going back the other way. He's so low. 1 HP. Lucky to be alive. And Hex reroutes. Regains, but that 1 HP Joel's, he's a vengeful ghost. Almost passing on to the next life, but here for long enough. This retake setup is decent. The problem is the player Vent is going to have a lot of trouble getting up. And the smoke into midi now means Rush is kind of isolated. He's got a smoke of his own to deal with. First one found as it fades. Looking for the next contact. Op, not on. This allows the others to get activated. Junior up the vent. A Rush still has to make the noise, and Infinite once again fails them out. Big plays from Infinite early here on Nuke.
Yeah, Infinite's been pretty solid in these 2 rounds that they've won. It's good to see him start to really have an impact here. For Strife was a little bit invisible there over on Overpass, but here, well, I mean, their map pick now looking a little bit better as they recover from that 3-0 deficit. 2 in a row. They've broken the economy of the Evil Geniuses, who are just going to have to settle for pretty much USPs here. You got a 5.7 and a P250 along with a couple of smokes as well. Infinite. He's going to be the tip of the spear here. There's a nade that connects for a little bit of damage. Stamina gets the worst of it, down to 65. But that's the only nade that was available for EG. Now it's just pistols. No armor. All grouped up together. Filtering back into the A site. And Strife feel like something's a bit awry. So they're going to reset themselves and take their time here as they go for the outside yard take. Wall of smokes will likely come in here. Oh, no. Actually, no. They're going to throw one of them, but not the other one. You have to imagine the second smoke will come through eventually. There we go. Snake's going to toss it back for stamina to get it thrown.
By the time they line this up, the first one's going to be faded.
Yeah, I know. This is probably just going to be a different smoke at this point.
It is. It's a mini wrap, but this is going to set up a huge fight outside. They have no idea how many are out here. Just pistols, to be fair, but there's no world where you expect this many. And they're good for it. Okay, all good. All good, never in doubt. They're starting to realize this was the whole setup, was to punish this exact play, but somehow only 1 kill to show for it just yet. So the danger taken out of the round, and a wounded Walco will be quick to follow.
2 more for Infinite. Even though it's just an anti-eco, but still, could have been threatening. Like you said, they walked right into the trap that Evil Geniuses had set, but just pistols. Weren't able to do that much, and now EG will have another full-on buy-up. But getting those T rounds here early on in the half is great for Strife, because oftentimes as the half goes on here on Nuke in the first half against those CTs, it gets tougher and tougher to find rounds because the economy starts to build up. So they're going to go for a quick hit here, potentially blitzing onto the A site. Infinite gets blocked off by a smoke. They go for the boost. It could work here. No. Joel's can't lock down any targets. Eventually they say, okay, let's just charge on through, and it doesn't work at all. Joel's an infinite go down. Snakes does manage to get a response here, but look at the damage. Yes.
All those red bars might be too much to bear. They're certainly rebuffed from A. Can't even think about this one. Sticking around for a moment. Just going to let the dust settle. See if they can't regain some control here in the lobby. Eris is looking for a flank outside. Where do you go at this point? Any choke point, even if you just spam through, you're going to be torn asunder. Couldn't even think about the vent drop. Play through hut's going to be tough, so instead they'll threaten A. And it's the right read. Even though it's an op here, right? This is going to be a tough fight. Your health limitations don't matter as much against the AWP. Problem is you have no flashbangs to pull them off the angle. So they're going for a run boost, maybe? No. Past the first angle, they do. But Junior is going to have every chance to bring this first kill in. Now he's got Rush for support. The setup is perfect. And indeed, the lack of flashes is going to cost Strife here.
Yeah, they're going to have a full buy-up coming through here again, though. But a nice recovery for EG after losing those 3 in a row. A full-on lockdown as they tried to get into that B ramp room. That's Strife. And, well, Junior's good for it with the AWP. Didn't need him as much, of course, on overpass because Hex was just carrying the torch to the finish line. But now will certainly be important, and was the last time they played up against Strife. The top frag, top frag at 27 and 8 and had 138.5 ADR the last time these two teams faced off on Nuke.
Volko tagged up pretty heavily. Jeorge also looking a little worse for the wear. And Joel's now getting activated from his drop. Ooh, they know, but knowing and doing something about it, those are different things. So now the lower site has been completely taken. Walko, the only one who's close enough, he's low. Unless he finds this kill, which he will, certainly. The trade is there. I was going to say they might just be done, but even with that trade, EG's money is not exactly resilient. Hex looking for a fight, finding it.
Shot.
With that, EG will have to back away.
Another nice execute here for Strife onto that B site. I mean, and a great shot from Stamina. You couldn't see his perspective, but I believe all he could see was really the head, and he hit it dead on. Junior and Jeorge, very snappy. Junior and Jeorge going to save. We're all tied up at 4. Since those opening 3, EG looking a little flat.
Perhaps, mayhaps. I think that, obviously, the issue is that they just allow Joel's complete control. There's not the adjustment. They have the awareness, but they're not really compensating for it, so they're just putting it on a name fight for Rush. And when he loses that fight, when he loses that duel, boom, your setup is putrid. You haven't really accounted for the vent dive. Even though you knew it was there, right? They knew. Just didn't much matter whether they knew. So EG, how do they compensate for it? Sending 2 players towards the ramp initially. We could have a secret play early on. This would be a compensation. Bomb's trying to get down vent, but they'll shift in the boost up instead. That'll work. Trade's there, but it looks good for Strife right now. Catching Jeorge without bullets in his gun. He's done for. The site's lost, and once again, we could be seeing an early save here for EG.
Yeah, Walko's thinking about going up this ladder. We'll see. He does, and he tags Infinite down to 38, but he saw what was going on and said, you know what, this isn't worth it. We don't have the money to go for this fight, and that's going to be the round.
This is Strife cracking into the lead, right? This is, again, if EG survive with all 3 of these guns, they can keep shoestringing these buys through, but it's going to be tough regardless. In a situation where EG are massively on the back foot, they need to win one of these rounds. They need some sort of a counterpunch to give them a little bit of win back in their sails. But for now, Strife, I mean, that was a pretty straightforward play, right? It works out beautifully.
Yeah, just went for the fight from Squeaky and then charged onto the bomb site, and they got 2 of them. Jeorge going down, Hexed as well. And that A site's been a little difficult to defend for EG.
The problem for them, right, is they don't have the 3rd player on site because they're trying to shift into that secret play, which is the adjustment to what happened in the last round. So they're a step behind in this moment, and Strife are very happy about that fact. Should be an investment in this round, you'd imagine. What's the point of saving those 3 guns? Really? Half buying around the 3 saved guns. This is interesting. They could have dropped 2 rifles without too much issue. Super conservative play economically. Junior just caught one outside, and now, well, if they can pull it off here, they're in even better positioning. Hex with a 5-7 has to try and hold on to ramp, but Junior's coming here just in time. He's tagged up, but barely, actually. That must have caught all of the wall. Is Hex going to be able to catch anybody with this 5-7? He's getting itchy. He's getting antsy. But they're backing away. He's going to have all that information. Walko in the shadow of the Schmallow. Does he get cleared up? Infinite tagged is going to be distracted at just the wrong moment. Junior is showing presence with this op all over the map, and it's causing all sorts of distraction. Now Hex is going to walk his way in. Oh, he fluffs it. He fluffs it, John. Had a flank. No one was looking his way. And instead, now they're trying to funnel in towards the ramp, but that leads them right back into the op of Junior.
Wow, Hex had an opportunity to punish in such a big way. Luckily for EG, Strife funnels, as you mentioned, back into the op of Junior, who finds himself the second on the round. Walko's now watching hell, where Jeorge is peeking into stamina as well. Walko's got 1, not the second, but there is a trade possible here against Jeorge, and he's going to make it at least up to the rafters, but that's where he falls. Rush gets the last one, and that is a very nice round for EG to find. That was just on a limited buy-up for the most part.
A blessing from the heaven for Jeorge as an AK tumbles down to be retrieved. And because they took the conservative call, now they've got money galore. Cash does flow, which means that the rarest of things is going to happen. You, as the CTs, even have a buffer after winning your first round. So yeah, if they can chain them here, all the better. But a little bit of insurance if that's not going to work out. Faster play coming through. They're trying to go for the vent dive. Joel's going to be dropped in turn. They were ready for it. Not going to pull off that trick too many times in a row against this EG roster. Peek in, timing off. A lobby hold right now for Strife as they have been rebuffed on their first idea into this round.
Walko boosts it up on the roof here above garage and decides that he does not want to hold that spot for much longer, and it's probably a good idea because Stamina was scoping in on a bit of a one-way here. And now Walko going to spam the smokes. Does a tiny bit of damage to Infinite as he works his way down to Secret. And the other 3 members, well, that's not their plan. They just want to send Infinite down. They might try to take this fight towards Mini.
Might do. Might do. Walko without nades at this point. It's just going to be about his gun. It's flashed off. It could be a tricky fight, but Infinite is looking for what he can create. What he can find is a bullet. Snappy shot from Jeorge. Now that does limit their options, so they're going to propel themselves outside, but Junior's waiting. Junior's waiting with that AWP, and how much do you want to risk it against the big green? That much, apparently. Good shot for Stamina. A little something going here into this round, but Snakes, oh, he's just been caught. He's been spotted. The bomb's been dropped. Little Stamina can even do about this with only 15 seconds to go. He is put down to dirt. The op is retrieved. EG slide right back into the lead.
Yeah, that's a really good job again by EG, and in particular towards the latter part of that round. You know, there is a frag given up as Junior goes down after he got one for himself, but all the information that Rush could need was already provided to him by Junior. He peeks around, realizes Snakes is right around that corner, drops the bomb at his feet, and then they just have to wait until Stamina shows face and they take him down. 6-5, still very tightly contested, but Strife has run out of cash, at least for this round. They're just going to go with blocks and 50-50, trying to full send it to A, and, well, Jeorge is going to full send them right to the grave. 3 AKs frags found, Junior gets 1, and Hex gets the last.
There you go. All right. Try and make the choke point play. There's a reason they call it a choke point. And Jeorge demonstrates that handily. So whereas we had the Hexed show on Overpass and he was propelling them into rounds with his teammates struggling to catch up, now we've got 3 big pieces hitting, and it's exactly the way the EG roster is designed to play. 11 kills on Junior, 11 kills on Hex, 10 on Jeorge. This is what you want to see. This is the way this roster is supposed to function. And it's very tough for Strife to deal with if all 3 players are finding form.
No question at all.
Look at this aggro setup at the red box. The op is here. That's very committed. Often you'll see a rifler make this play.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to expect the AWP.
The good thing here as well is that Walco's around the corner, so if Junior shows face and maybe he goes down, Walco's able to support him and catch Strife off guard. There's no way they expect this aggressive presence, and Junior gets the freebie first on Eris, who was holding utility in his hands, and now they're probably going to peek for Marshmallow, and Junior almost gets the frag, but he actually gets tagged down to 14. He's got to get out of here, but they still have Walco, who can do some damage, and Walco, oh no, Walco, a little too eager, or he kind of had to be because Snakes was peeking him, but still, good on Snakes to be aware of that possibility.
Little antsy fluffs the opportunity. Joel's just getting this space outside of Squeaky. He's not checked. He's going to find the kill, and his Snakes follows it up outside as well.
Jeez.
Disaster scenario. Alarm bells ringing. Red alert for EG. Jeorge might want to give this a look, but Molotovs are going to prevent him from even taking that path. At this point, I mean, there's nothing doing, right? It's just about the save.
No. They don't have to save. I mean, they've got enough money to buy, but given that there are a few rounds left here, I want to make sure that economy stays healthy. So no reason to throw away the op, of course, or the AK.
It's also more at this point
Snakes.
well, Jeorge taken down. At this point, there's no path in, right? It's about throwing those guns away.
Yeah.
It'll happen here. One will survive at most, and even that, it's not going to make a huge difference into the investment going forward.
Yeah. I mean, still a successful T-side already for Strife, in my opinion. Ooh, Junior! Oh, gonna hit the shot. Snakes goes down. Junior saves the op. He's playing pretty well on the CT side, despite the fact this match is really close. 13-4. But yeah, Strife, as mentioned, good T-side. Could get better. We'll see. Bit of a mistake there from EG. I like the opener. Junior gets it. He gets tagged down, retreats, but then Walco could not connect onto Snakes, and after that, pieces started falling one by one.
So they'll adjust it up. Not going for the aggro setup outside this time. And Strife is maybe expecting the aggression, right? They're holding for it. They're checking for it. Something in their brain says certainly they wouldn't do it twice, but also says, let's make sure. Walker's going to be fine behind this Molotov. It won't spread to reach him. He's going to continue to have this vision. Is there a flashbang to get Eris in here? Otherwise, he's in trouble. There isn't, and that's the kill. Walco gets one for free. This controls so much of the space outside. They're not going to be able to threaten this mini play, so they get propelled in towards A. Junior, uncomfortable, but Joel can't connect. Now, first foray is rebuffed. Infinite's position, though, is going to be massive. No one's looking for him. No one's looking for him. No one's expecting him. Two players making their way down means that this defense is softened up. Rush. Rush is the early warning system. Oh, he's just missed it. Infinite. Playing with discipline here. Playing with this patience. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Overplays it. Rush snapping around. Realizes what's happening. Sounds the alarm at just the right moment and finds the kill to boot. Stamina stuck. Just wants to keep this op alive for the last round. It's amazing. Seconds, milliseconds can make such a difference in the game of Counter-Strike. Infinite, if he gets a fraction of a second more, he's got 2 kills in that position.
Yeah, just Rush was like, something's weird here. I don't know. It feels odd. Stamina's gonna hit no scope. Nice shot onto Hex, but he's probably dead if they continue hunting. And yeah, Molotov's burning him, I think, and then he will go down to Stamina. Jeorge died in the Molotov. I don't know what happened to him. Either way, it doesn't matter. 8-6 in favor of EG, but you know, you're right. Infinite just a little bit too long to activate, and Rush found him out just in time. That's the risk of going for the trigger discipline. Usually, when you get in that position, it pays off. But in the rare instances that the player actually checks and says, hey, something's off, well, yeah, that's the result. Anyway, 15th and final round of play here in this first half of action. 2 Tech 9s, the MAC-10, and the 2 AKs, and Junior's already struck here in the first 5 seconds. Stamina's gone. Eris gets one on Hex, but it's Junior, Jeorge, and Junior again to finish the job as Walco gets the last mic onto Snakes. We're going to head to the halftime break. When we come back, second half of Nuke.
Hey Future Pros! I thought I'd take time out of my busy schedule to show you all a nice way to aid your teammates when rushing A on Vertigo. We will be smoking off A short along with a supporting flash. To throw these nades, head into the corner of the metal overhang. Aim towards the bottom of the thickest beam and simply jump throw the smoke. This will block off A short and hopefully stop a CT player peeking. However, it is possible for a CT to push through, but a well-placed molly will solve that problem. Now time for the flash. After you've thrown your smoke, back up so you're at the edge of the metal overhang. Then simply aim at the bottom corner of the sky and throw. This should hold off or at least annoy any CT player trying to get an aggressive peek. That's it. I hope your A rushes are met with an epic victory round win.
And we're back in here. The question is, will Strife be back in here? Because they have a 3-round deficit to make up if they're going to keep going here in this qualifier, or is they going to get knocked down early by the evil
Look at
geniuses.
this. Look at this.
Okay. They're already out on towards A. This is quick. My goodness. Walco finds the first pick, and now disastrous stamina eliminated. Bomb down. 2 players desperately thinking about whether they can even attempt this, and they're going to say no. Jeorge has DC'd. Did he die? Did they type it before? Unfortunately, nobody typed anything, so this round's probably not going to be replayed. Official rule set says as soon as damage is done, the round is live. I don't think they realized in time that Jeorge has clearly crashed.
No, definitely not.
Or he's doing a really convincing impression. Hext says, well, that sucks, but you know what? Let's guarantee it gets the kill. I don't even think they've been informed just yet. And Infinite is going to try and make a little bit of money here on the tail end. Out of bullets. Out of time. Oh, reload off. Pulling off some gun foo here. He'll finally drop, but the pistol round still goes the way of EG, and we presumably might have a bit of a tech pause on our hands.
Yeah, no doubt. Joel's disconnected. I was just going to say he didn't disconnect yet, so maybe he'll be back in. But now he's gone.
Yep.
To the Shadow Realm.
Fully ripperooed. Fully ripper-roonied. Well, that's a bummer, John.
Well. It's a big bummer.
6 rounds, all that stands between EG and a further step within this closed qualifier. It's a double elimination qualifier, though, so Strife, they won't be done just yet. They'll just be going to face the loser of ATK and Vendetta. Who you got in that matchup?
I have ATK. Oh, in the ATK Vendetta match, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ATK.
Yeah, it's a pretty safe prediction. 16-12 on the first map. ATK are up 1. They're on Miragi now, headed into the second half. Kind of a mirror of our situation. It was a 9-6 first. ATK slightly at the deficit, but on the favorite side of CT. You'd imagine they might have a better chance of things in the second half. So Very much
Yeah.
a similar scoreline to what we got going on here, John.
Yeah, honestly, the way TK played in the grand final against MIBR, yes, it was 3-0, and with that map advantage, of course, so technically 2-0 in terms of maps, but they still performed admirably, pushed overtime on map number 1, and then went the distance on map 2, losing 16-14. So, yeah, against MIBR squad that's looking as good as it is, and of course, limitations on ATK's side, because, as mentioned, Odin is playing from Sweden, and everyone else was sick, or most of the team was sick. Yeah, really impressive stuff from Strife. Kind of sad to see that Swisher actually decided he doesn't want to play anymore on that ATK squad. While he'll still continue playing with them until he finds a new team, he wants to move on to greener pastures, I guess.
I think... I'm not going to put words in his mouth, but I suspect it's not so much about what is at ATK, but about what the potential opportunities will be. He's made a really good showing in International Counter-Strike with a showing at Pro League, and they've had a lot of trouble maintaining a consistent 5-man roster there. There are limitations, in the financial ability. Losing Fady caused them a lot of problems with finding the 5. They're looking at a 5th, and they're trying to get Kakanito, but I'd imagine that's difficult for all manner of reasons. I could see taking the opportunity, if you're not under contract, to maybe look afield and see what else might be out there. And it's possible he winds up just continuing with ATK if the opportunities don't present themselves.
Well, hopefully the rest of his team is supportive, though, because, if it's a situation where the rest of the team's like, why are you doing this? What's going on? Then it can create, internal strife.
Hey. Perhaps. I'm sure his teammates understand, though. It's all about seizing the opportunity and to compete at best I can. Unfortunately, it seems like this one is going to take a little bit here, folks. We're just getting, hopefully, him sorted back into the server. We're going to take a quick little break here. We'll be right back.
But I need you to know that I don't want to lose this
Hey Future Pros! Last year we saw Furia pull off a never before seen triple boost, so I wanted to show you all how they pulled it off with great success. Setting up a boost like this can be incredibly dangerous, but let's look at the utility thrown that maximized their chances for success. To pull off this boost safely, you will need 3 Future Pros along with 2 smokes and 1 flash. Future Pro number 1. You will be the bottom stool for the boost. Head over to A short. Aim down and position yourself slightly to the right of the bottom sandbag. Then just chill out and wait for your other Future Pros to start climbing. Remember to stay uncrouched as your teammates will be able to jump on your head from short. Future Pro number 2. You will be throwing a deep ramp smoke along with a flash. To throw your smoke, get against the wall of the elevator room. Aim at the corner of this roof tile, then run forward and throw the smoke just before you pass the wall. To throw your flash, stand next to the white section of the wall and aim just to the right of the middle section of the first slabs of concrete. Then simply throw the flash. After that, head to short and scale the head of Future Pro 1, giving enough space for FP3, Future Pro 3, to get on their head too. Then all you need to do is crouch and jump when Future Pro 3 gets onto your head. Future Pro number 3. You will get to sit at the top of the castle, but first you'll need to throw a short smoke to block off the vision of T's who could completely ruin the boost. To throw your smoke, stand next to this corner and aim at the top of the scaffolding in line with this underbeam. Now short is blocked off, you can begin your climb. Hop onto Future Pro 1's head. The movement here is a little tricky as CSGO does not like triple boosts. The goal is to immediately jump once you get onto Future Pro 2's head and strafe onto the railing, but I'd give it some practice offline to get the feel of it. If all things go well and the T's respect your smokes, you will have done it. You are pretty much guaranteed at least one frag here, but if the stars align, you'll get much more than one. But that's it, good luck and happy boosting.
Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night. And I pray, and time. Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it bothering me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. I'm out of focus, I need a spark. I can't keep living in the dark. Nothing feels right, my thoughts are unclear. I just wish that you were here. 'Cause when I'm alone, I get lost in my head, and I try to think back to the things that you said. But living without you is taking the toll. Feel like I might lose control. When I'm down and can't push through, I know you're the one I can turn to. You make me feel like someone new, 'cause I'm never sober when I'm with you. Cause I'm never sober when I'm with you. When I'm down and can't push through, I know you're the one I can turn to. You make me feel like someone new, 'cause I'm never sober when I'm with you. I couldn't imagine where we would be now. I wish we could somehow live in a moment in time where I was yours and you were mine. 'Cause when I'm alone, I get lost in my head, and I try to think back to the things that you said. But living without you is taking the toll. Feel like I might lose control. When I'm down and can't push through, I know you're the one I can turn to. You make me feel like someone new, 'cause I'm never sober when I'm with you. Cause I'm never sober when I'm with you. When I'm down and can't push through, I know you're the one I can turn to. You make me feel like someone new, 'cause I'm never sober when I'm with you.
One night together, I can feel the fire. One night together, baby, take me higher. You've taken all my love. I just wanna feel your touch, yeah. Oh, it's one night together, baby, take me higher. Oh, it's one night together, I can feel the fire. Oh, it's one night together, baby, take me higher. You're taking all my love, I just wanna feel your touch, oh, it's one night together. just wanna feel your touch, yeah. Oh, it's one night together. Baby, take me higher. Oh, it's one night together. I can feel the fire. Oh, it's one night together. Baby, take me higher. You're taking over love. I just wanna feel your touch. Oh, it's one night together. I can feel the fire.
Let's love for the night. Slow dance till the sun comes up. Let's touch under lights. Slow dance till we're high on love, high on love. 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 Till we're high on love. Till we're high on love. Till we're high on love, high on love. Till we're high on love, high on love. Till we're high on love.
One last chance, we can keep it on the low, 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 low. Back and forth, we don't wanna let it go, 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 go. Feels alright, so how can it be wrong? Oh, work if you want me to be yours, yours. Lose control, give your mind and give your body true toll. I want all of you. I love it when you say my name. Don't worry, I won't play no game. When you say my name, I love it. I love it. Want you here every minute of the day. You bring sunshine even in the rain. If I'm sad, you always make me smile. Hold me close and stay all night. Lose control. Give your mind and give your body true toll. I want all of you.
And we're back here. Thanks for bearing with us for that one, folks. A little bit of difficulty there getting Joel's back into the server, but I promise you, he is there. You can see the 5 CTs. One day he'll be back on our HUD even. But for now, he remains undefined. Bit of a forest buy here for Strife as they try and make things happen early on. But the pistol round 1 for EG means that this is a prime opportunity to put this one away early. Let's see what's going to happen.
Stamina's got the swag 7 there. Not the best of buy up here for Strife, but, you know, serviceable. Eris waiting on the A site, looking to do some damage with the 5-7. And it looks like we have an update. The coach is playing, in fact. It is not
so it's
Joel's.
Becker. It's not
Becker
Joel's.
is in, yes.
That would explain why the HUD is cranky. It's confused, John, and when it's confused, it lashes out in anger. A wild
It goes
animal.
undefined.
We'll get the HUD tamer in here. We'll get it sorted out for you, hopefully soon, folks. In the meantime, assume that undefined is Becker on the scoreboard. Look at all this control in towards lobby they've got. In addition to the man advantage, Snakes trying to capitalize on it. Space has been allowed outside, but what can they do with that space if they can't get in? Hexed. He was here the whole time.
They're going B. This is a good call.
Got the read. No one's here. That one kill is going to keep them stock still. Rotating, and we're likely going to get a pretty free and clear bomb plant. Finner wants to do something about this. The one for Moose. Trying to make things interesting, but Hex has lurked outside. Perhaps the perfect moment. Infinite chimes in, continuing his strong run of form here on Nuke. That's a bit awkward. The exchange goes the way of Hex, but Stamina. He knows the player's not close at hand. He's just going to defuse. Can Hex beat this in a foot race? I believe he can with it being the full 10 second. But Stamina's ready for it as a result. Defuse on 3 huge kills with the Mag 7 as well. Means that that's some money made for the future.
Yeah, they don't need Joel. It's just the coach, Becker. I mean, didn't do anything in the round, but hey, they won it. So maybe he's a good luck charm. 3 frags for Stamina with the swag 7. He builds up a ton of cash for himself, upgrades to the Galil. His teammate gets the AK, and that is just phenomenal for Strife, as we have a 7th round picked up from them after losing the pistol. Bomb plant will help EG's economy at the very least, but that's probably just enough for pistols and some utility. They're not going to fully invest here. They have no reason to panic yet. And there's Becker. The HUD likes him now. Four Glocks and a PT-50. Walco charges out here. Keeps death. There's going to get him. Oh, Snakes! Snakes! Almost getting dinked down by the Glocks and has to fall back. He might be dead. He's got reinforcements soon, you have to imagine. And yeah, and it does go down. That could lead to a bomb plant, and it will.
Oh my goodness, just too many targets for Infinite. All right, C4 planted. Great result in this round. Any further damage would be, frankly, miraculous. An edge case where even try and save, but Jeorge is now just making this very interesting indeed. Still got Becker to contend with. Stamina and Becker. Stamina with the AWP. That's not going to make much of a difference even with these low rifle players. Gonna need Becker to connect some shots. I hope he's not just a coach.
He used to play.
Oh, gonna get the first. Stamina gets the next, and there we go. All right. We have, in fact, figured out that Becker does indeed have hands.
Oh, yeah. Becker used to play. I used to cast him back in advance. So he knows how to play Counter-Strike. Not necessarily the ECL level, but hey, look, he's serviceable there.
All you need.
And gets the first.
All you need when they've got 1 HP is serviceable.
Yes.
Maybe
I mean,
it's his
10
time to
HP
shine.
combined, but it was a round where Evil Genius didn't bring much into. The fact they were in a position to win that is crazy. And of course, they get the bomb plant. They get at least damage done against Strife, and a buy-up coming through here. Interesting little flash tossed by Jeorge there towards the outer yard. And Hex is just waiting for this Molotov to burn away. He has, and he goes for a wall bang, connects for a bit of damage onto Stamina. And that's all he'll find for now. He's just posting up here and trying to make noise. Scare Strife off to give his teammates a chance to filter on into lobby. Jeorge, in the meantime, he's lurking. He's made his way down secret. We'll see how far he decides to go here in his journey.
Player making their way back up secret. This is going to be interesting. If Jeorge catches this kill, he's going to start to be cleared. Infinite. Whoa, the timing is perfect. Doesn't give a pixel out of place. If there was even a wobble in that movement, Jeorge spots him. And instead, now his teammates don't have that threat to capitalize on. It's going to be up to Eris. Block up the door here, and he's doing a great job of it so far. 2 found to his name. This is looking disastrous for EG, and at this point, they might just be thinking about economic damage, because if they let full 5 survive from Strife, it's trouble. Trouble brewing here, and well, they're backing away from this. They're going to save. That is a very early conservative save call, but they're right. I mean, these guns would just be completely thrown away.
I don't know if Strife expects him to be back in this position. No, they don't. They're just going to wait here. Even though they have the money to chase, they will not. And so an op and a Galil gets saved over, making this round a little bit more possible for EG. I don't know if they invest around them. Wouldn't be too bad. You have a Galil, you have 2 MAC-10s maybe. You can even go for the AK if you want a glass AK.
Yeah, you'll just have to take 1 eco as well. I mean, you'll pull off of the lead, right? But it'll take a time out to figure this out. They're going to need to do some creative accounting, figure out what the future holds, project for the quarterly earnings, carry the ones, and get ready for this round. Strife, meanwhile, despite the chaos off of the half, now find themselves in pretty nice standing. 3 rounds in a row will do that. Full up, all the tools you could possibly want in terms of utility. It's looking peachy keen for the defense, John.
Yeah, not too bad at all. They're putting Becker in positions where he doesn't necessarily have to fight too much. The rest of the team is taking care of everything else. So here we go. Round number 20. Striper trying to pull this one back, and Evil Genius decide that they just want to go for a light buy around these 2 rifles. They're hoping that the op in Junior's hands and the Galil and Walkos will be enough to do the damage. Stamina waiting with the AWP from Blue Box. He's peering around, looking at Marshmallow, looking towards the outer yard, and still decides that he doesn't want to stick around too long. Catches off Walko, doesn't get the frag, but at least the information gained.
Walker's going to withdraw. He doesn't want to press this. He doesn't want to try and chase down the opera. Instead, he'll leave the doubt in their mind that someone might be roaming outside to readjust. Gonna straight up ramp play. Snakes is out of here. No damage done, but he's bailed. Stamina on the angle, perhaps. Tilting its shadows a little bit. And no connection just yet. Full ramp control with not a body loss. That's quite
really
the find
good
for a round where EG has not put much forward.
Yeah. Now they can play with this space, and they're probably thinking, where the heck are Strife? What is going on here? They're second-guessing themselves. They're backing into lobby. Walco's waiting here.
I don't mind this because they know they're going to have dragged extra rotations down. Now it's very tough to hold this fight. Walco, though, with that angle, he can't win the duel on Eris. Now things get a lot more difficult. The unarmored pistols going to have to make some noise. They're going to have a chance of taking this A site. Rush just dodges the HE. They may not know he's out. Jeorge, that's a ripper of a shot. Eris, the insurance policy dropped by the AWP.
Okay.
Bomb now down. This is getting very interesting. Infinite through a smoke, wants to make a play, but on the fade. He's going to be revealed in Rush. Ready to capitalize. Snakes and Stamina. Who's going to get through? Well, Axed is the answer. And so Snakes, a lone wolf, a single man, a solitary beast. He'll have to back off of this one. He does not want to contest a round where EG did not chase their saved guns, and yet they still come out maintaining their lead.
Yeah, and I mean, look, EG had all that control of ramp, and they said, okay, well, you know what? Let's double back to lobby. Perhaps they're going to be so worried about what we could be doing in ramp that we'll have some space in the A site. Wasn't necessarily the case, but Walco already had that forward positioning into Hut to try and help them out, and even though he goes down, they're able to immediately respond and get both Becker, along with his teammate, down for the count. An 11-9 score. EG 5 rounds away from securing this first BO3 and heading on to the upper bracket final. Of course, Strife would not be done in this close qualifier. They have another chance in lower brackets should they lose here.
Should they?
Yeah, still a far cry from that.
Extra gun miss spot?
Yeah.
Oh well. Oopsie daisy. A little extra cash spent. A little splash. If you win here, no one will remember. X wants this fight early. Becker under pressure.
Was that Hex doing damage against Stamina?
Let's see. We're Stamina playing? I believe so. Probably. It was the hot spam. Has to have been. Might limit him. They've shifted Eris outside. So it's just the rifle here. And if smokes go down, there's going to be little that he could do about it apart from spam. Pray. That's the deep smokes as well. So they might have an opportunity to wrap many if they want it. He'll pop through this. Thinking about it. It'll be crossing towards garage and secret, and they've gained this space. There's an adjustment here. Stamina ready to meet them. And Infinite finds Hex in the meantime. He must have walked the entirety of ramp. Stamina, is he going to have this connection? If he can rebuff them here and stay alive, this round might just be done. Comes the swing, the patient play. They want to set up a boost and Stamina. Oh, he can't quite get away. That was nearly a massive coup, but as it is, the round's still on. And a chance at the bomb plant here without too much to contest. Snakes forced back by the Molotov. That's going to be in the numbers are punched in. This one gets very interesting indeed. Little utility for the retake. A kit, though, available. Ooh, 2 bodies dropped.
No.
Jeorge and Junior having their way with this site. And now it just falls to Eris, who will back right out of there. 12 on the board for EG. They're now getting in spitting distance of closing out this series. And Strife, despite a very competitive Nuke, are coming up a little bit short in these rounds.
Yeah, look, I mean, they had 4 players alive in that attempted retake. The problem was 3 of them were trying to funnel in from ramp in those very narrow doorways. And once you get there, it's tough to find that space and that opening, especially when the opposing team is watching it on the post plan. That's exactly what happened. Jeorge has a 4K here. He was just unloading AK rounds upon Strife there as they get a 12th round on the board. And now the economy is in a weird situation for Strife because you have Snakes at 5.2k so he can buy, but everyone else is stuck at the 2k mark. So maybe Snakes just drops pistols for everyone, or he saves his cash to drop an op in the next round. Looks like it's going to be the latter. Find the op. Or the former. I don't know. Anyway. 144 on the clock here. Stamina. Boosted up top and ramp. That could be a cheeky spot with the CZ. Could do a lot of quick damage.
Could do. Certainly trying to get cheeky with this. I like that adjustment. Infinite. My goodness. Lethal with the P250. A surge in here, but Jeorge has gained all this space outside. This is going to be very valuable indeed, and he can start to wrap in towards heaven. There's no one to slow him down with this garage position as well. They're holding for Infinite from top of the schmout. No, they're giving that up. Okay. This is going to be a game of timing. And Jeorge, he's not on top of it. He gets caught again.
This is
Infinite,
ridiculous.
A P250. And he's somehow making a round of this. And now they're getting funneled in towards the angle that has the looming CZ. Hex checks it, though. Great presence of mind. Infinite back on the angle with the salvage rifle. He's keeping this one in doubt. He's keeping this one in the swing. Backer trying to show some presence. Really going to be able to do so. This bomb might be going down, but he's going to shift over towards double doors, trying to set their expectations to expect decon. Wants the catch on rush.
Bomb has been planted.
But he won't find it. Not yet. They've encircled the site, though. This first blow could be massive. And it comes from rush. Shutting down decon, shutting down Eris. Now Infinite needs to be the hero once again, and he can do no such thing. So much work in this round. A round they had nothing in, but ultimately it still leans the way of EG.
Wow. Very, very close, though. Infinite continues to get these impressive performances with the pistol. In the first half, it did with the Deagle. This time, it's the P250. Unbelievable stuff. Gets the AK, finds himself a third. But at the end of the day, like you said, Mike, EG are still able to close it out because Strife were just, I mean, too limited. Didn't have the body arm, didn't have much into that round. And that's what cost them at the end. So only 3 more rounds now separating EG on Earth. Those upper bracket finals. I don't know if that second series has been decided yet, Mike. I believe it's 1-1 between ATK and Vendetta, going to map number 3. We'll see who they...
Overwhelmed, shot down, the flash is too much. Becker unable to hold them back, and now the site is lost. This is a tough decision, but Strife realistically need to save, and Stamina won't even be allowed to. Junior taking down these bodies. I won't expect the player secret. Infinite catches that, but it's a pity consolation. Maybe the op limps through, but even that will be competed against. And Walco's putting him under pressure early. Nade to soften him up. Can Walco finish what he's already started? Oh, Infinite knows they're coming for him. The Wolves, they're at his doorstep. He will rebuff them for the moment. Still, it's going to be 14 rounds on the board for EG, and realistically, that's all they care about.
Snakes comes to save Infinite. Takes down Rush. And yeah, like you said, EG getting 14. Money's still going to be more than comfortable here to get by. Infinite's... How is he still... Okay, finally, he goes down and actually grabbed the op there for EG. That'll get dropped for Junior. I don't know how he stays alive that long. And now he almost managed to make it into the next round. Just good support from Snakes and himself standing on his head hitting shots. He's playing very, very well for Strife right now. The problem is it's not yielding rounds at this point. EG have taken control of the momentum.
And the economy and Strife do not want to play for overtime. They're going to risk it here. Limitations on Eris and Becker. Chance here if they can get a hero play. One of those rifles down. Stamina already out of play. It's going to have to be Snakes or Infinite with the guns to make something happen here. On the smoke fade. Rush is ready. 2 players here. This is going to be such a tough fight for Snakes. They're both on the same angle. They got him. Damage done, but damage is just not going to be enough, especially as the bodies continue to whittle away. All onto Eris here. He's chasing one. He'll catch that at least. But now they can just avoid him. They can just avoid him. And what does Eris even try and do with this hero AK?
I think you just save it. Your buy-up is miserable into the next round. Try and keep the AK alive. I would imagine EG are going to chase here. Well, they don't have to. He just gave away his position. Peeking out from Secret. Walco sees him. A little bit of damage taken, and the health is low for EG, and Walco's going to chase, and there you have it. Eris goes down, and no gun saved for it. That means the buy, well, with full loss bonus, it's not going to be completely terrible, just harder to get the M4s up, and down 15-9, it's a desperate round for Strife.
Really disappointing situation for Strife. I mean,
Well,
full
yeah,
consolations to them losing Jeorge due to an internet issue. Becker stepping in, obviously trying as he might, but not prepared to play in this particular instance. It's not ideal. Suboptimal.
And hopefully for their sake, they'll be able to resolve it for the next series, right?
Yeah, one would definitely hope. Jeorge,
Yeah.
just rolling through this one. Stamina already down for the count, and well, with what little they had to show, they're gonna hope that someone's got a bit of magic to make something of this game. Molotov on Infinite, able to dodge that at least, but still taking substantial damage from it, and he's stuck here now. EG have so much control. Walco into garage, gaining all this space outside, just zeroing out positions where a pistol could be tucked, and I think that's going to draw them back in towards many or heaven. Too many opportunities exist here to exploit the space. I say that though, Infinite is taking ground in Secret. You can maybe find a cheeky timing for this peak.
Maybe. Snakes too.
There's the distraction. That's exactly what Infinite would be hoping for, but he's being held, at least for the moment. And now they know. Now they know what's going on. Can't risk peeking that again, especially as the Molotov chases. Snakes though catches Jeorge. And Eris is flanked out the hut.
Wow.
All right, we got around. We got around, John.
Yeah, Eris slipping through on the flank against Hex. 4v3, Strife 37 seconds left to defend here. And it looks like EG are heading to the B site, but that means they have to get there in time to plant this bomb with only 30 seconds left. Infinite could be the difference maker here. He's only got the FAMAS. He slipped down the stairs. I think they might have seen him, and they're going to try and chase a little bit. He opens up the door, definitely giving away his position now. Perhaps just trying to attract attention. 18 seconds. Rush wins the fight. That should ensure potentially a plant. No, Eris is already here. They don't know he's here. They haven't cleared up top.
Oh, the patience there from Eris strikes at just the right moment. Now it's chaos in, and Junior's just trying to figure out what just happened. He'll try and keep his op alive. Damage is huge here. He knows it, and he'll find it one after another. Those 2 kills are going to be massively impactful for this next buy.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe Strife pulled that one off. They just got the reinforcements to the B site in time, and Infinite was able to buy enough time, right, for them to get to those positionings. Timeout going to be called by EG. 15 to 10. So they still have 5 more opportunities to close out this series, but, well, a little bit of heroics for Strife. As you mentioned, though, Mike, their buy-up still bad because of how much damage Junior does on the tail end of that. He's got 24.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be up against it pretty much through the entire stretch of this. Likely, they're going to be up against the ropes. At least a little bit more utility to show in this one. It's better than the last, right? There's more to work with here. A1S certainly going to be the strongest gun available to Strife in the surest pair of hands so far this map. Eris trying to find a gap between the flames. He's been ticking. And for the moment, EG will wait for a response from the other side.
Was that 2 smokes thrown in the same position, Mike? Uh-oh.
Unfortunate.
Miscommunication from Strife.
A little bit. Obviously, a little bit of disjointedness when you're playing with someone who's not normally in the server.
Right.
Even if it is your coach.
Well, he is. He's just not playing with you.
Yeah, he's in the server. But he's not throwing them smokes.
Yeah.
He's not coordinating it. Walker's found the gap. Walker's found the gap here. But there's a player garage. He doesn't realize. Now he's wise to it, but the timing once again works for Infinite. Infinite has gotten so many fortuitous faces. He's got a great feel for positioning and presence, but he may not realize that Jeorge is down here. And, well, with no one holding ramp, uh-oh. This is a big problem. Eris tried to go down to address it, but he had no idea Jeorge was already lower. And now, in an even number situation, having completely lost the sight, they can't do anything about this bomb plant, certainly. And this retake is going to be a nightmare. They have kits at least, but Jeorge is the first hurdle they have to overcome. And he's a tough hurdle.
Jeez.
He's a tall one to clear. They've got him out of play. This 3-man push for the double door. This might just be enough. Snakes finding contact, finding the kill. X never expected him to be there, but it's all in Becker now, and the coach can do no more. Evil geniuses. They take the victory here. They take the win. They take the incredibly strong series. Look, you could say what you will for Strife. That one definitely stings that they didn't have Jeorge to make a better run of it on Nuke, but after what we saw on Overpass, EG were also clearly the stronger team.
Yeah, and I think